Okay. So welcome to Essentials 101. We'll kind of start going over everything. So I won't go too much into my own personal story of how I got into this because you all already know it. But Deborah is the one that got me into it, and we met through a mutual client. I was doing fluids for the cat, and she was doing the caretaking while the owners were out of town. And already Deborah and I instantly clicked, but every time I brought up something wrong with me, my kidney issues, the like all that stuff, she's got like her magical bag she'd pull out. Oh, try to, she always had something for me. And it was just amazing how it helped and the experience that I had. And I just kind of dove right into it. So that's kind of how I got started. What are essential oils? Well, they're the most powerful part of the plant. So they're distilled from the shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, bushes, the fruit, the rinds, and the resin and herbs. So they consist of hundreds of different natural organic compounds. And in humans, they're providing support for every system in our body: the skeletal system, muscular, circulatory, endocrine, hormonal, respiratory, immune systems. They support brain health and healthy weight, and they are used extensively for spiritual support in prayer life as well as emotional support. They've been used for thousands of years as beauty aids. An oil in a diffuser can soothe a child's tough day, or ours, coming home from work, provide a calming effect when you've had a stressful day. They can be used as an alternative to cleaning chemicals in the home, which for me is huge. I'm working right now to detoxify my own home and kind of go more pure with all that. But you can literally start swapping out every chemical in your house without breaking the bank, which is nice. And that's what's nice about this, is that Young Living, you can essentially work it so that you are paying for your oils by helping educate others. The kit that we're going to be training on is going to be this one, which is the Premium Starter Kit. So it's a $412 value, but you're getting it for $165. And it's really the only thing on Young Living that's half off like this. You're going to get 12 full-size bottles of oils. The Desert Mist diffuser, which that's not the Desert Mist diffuser on the top there, but you'll see it in another slide. I like the Desert Mist myself. It's really pretty, and it's got 12 different light settings, and then it also has a candlelight setting as well. So it's just a really nice accent to any room. So you're going to get respiratory oils, pain oils, immune support oils, stress oils, emotional oils, digestive oils, oils for alertness, oils for fear, as well as internal, aromatic, and topical oils. And you're also going to get 2 samples of the Powerhouse Ningxia Red, which is a whole food liquid supplement that's loaded with antioxidants. Let's see. So, and then this one, so this oil is Valor right here, which is my favorite. But I'll go more into kind of Valor and what it's all about and how it can be used later. But you really don't have to be an aromatherapist to use them at all. God knows I'm not. In most cases, really all you have to do is rub it topically on your skin. You can diffuse it, and some of them you can take internally. There are 3 main ways to get them in yourself. The English like to use them topically, the French like to cook with them and ingest them, and the German like to diffuse and inhale them. So they enter your body quickly, and they leave probably 4 to 6 hours. Tests have shown that oils are going to reach the heart, liver, and thyroid within 3 seconds when inhaled. So that's just smelling it. And then they were found in the bloodstream within 26 seconds when applied topically. Expulsion, so how long to get out, was 3 to 6 hours in a normal, healthy body. Oils were first mentioned by name in actually the Bible. So in Genesis, chapter 37, Joseph was sold to the slave traders. They carried spicery, balm, myrrh, and then it ends with the burial of Joseph's father, who was anointed with myrrh. And there are over 1,100 direct and indirect mentions of essential oils in Scripture. Some of the oldest cultures on earth use essential oils. The Babylonians used cedarwood, myrrh, and cypress. The Egyptians used essential oils for beauty and embalming. The oldest recorded deodorant recipe was made with essential oils by the Egyptians. So I think it's funny the Egyptians were doing a DIY before it was a hashtag. Pakistan and Rome used essential oils in communal bathhouses. And then, of course, the birth of Jesus, what did he get? He was given gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So frankincense and myrrh were oils, which frankincense is a lot of times referred to as the coconut oil of essential oils because it has like 10,000 uses. It can literally be used for pretty much everything. And then essential oils were also used by medieval Europeans. And it was only after World War II when we rediscovered them, and then the science of it started to grow from there. Let you just read this while I take a drink of water. So a lot of people would buy oils online, farmers market, Costco used to sell those huge packs of them, mom and pop stores, that kind of thing. But in the United States, there's no rating system for essential oils at all. So it's not like when you go buy cereal, you can look at the back and you can see everything that's in it and the nutritional facts. We don't have that with oils, which means you really have to trust the source because there's no facts. You don't actually know what's in there. And that's what sets Young Living aside. And that's why I only use Young Living oils, is because of the seed to seal promise. And that's the one thing that sets us apart from literally every other company that sells essential oils is Young Living seed to seal promise. So I'll kind of break that down, what that is. At Young Living, we do not strip constituents to make our oils smell better. So a lot of times when you're getting these oils over the counter and they smell really good, well, if you smell the actual plant, it might be kind of stinky smelling, and that means they're altering it. We don't mix species of the same oil. We don't spray weed killer or pesticides or herbicides or use genetically modified seeds or GMOs. We spend $12,000 per acre to hand weed the lavender fields instead of the industry standard, which is $60 per acre for the same plant. The industry standard of that $60 is because they're spraying it with pesticides, which is much cheaper than weeding them by hand. And we do not distill with solvents like hexane. The soil is not tainted with mercury, arsenic, glyphosate, or any poison because the fields are untouched by any toxic chemicals. We harvest at the exact time of day that the research team has found to be ideal for that specific plant. And we know when that peak is because they are extensively studying it all the time. Young Living has the oldest and largest globally compiled library of knowledge from nearly 30 years of research on the farms over 6 continents. So if they determine that the best time to harvest something is 3 o'clock in the morning, then that means the guys are out in the field and they're harvesting at 3 a.m. This shows you a map of where all the farms are at. Our farms are literally all over the world. And this is another part of the seed to seal promise. You can visit them. So they have complete transparency. Anyone can visit these farms and see the distilling process. They test 8 times at the farm, and then again in Spanish Fork, Utah, and then again after bottling. Altogether, they do 24 tests per bath to make sure that the oils are meeting their standards. Then they do third-party testing with 2 accredited, respected independent labs. Young Living oils are tested by scientists with over 180 years of combined lab experience. Most of the scientists were hand-trained by founder Gary Young himself. So you'll hear a lot about Gary Young. Gary Young was an absolutely amazing person, and he's the founder of Young Living Essential Oils. And I mean, read books about him like he's He's a really amazing person. Young Living is a global leader in essential oils with nearly $2 billion in sales annually. This means that those that use these oils keep coming back because they're working. There are 3,000 global employees, 600 life-changing products, 16 corporate and partner farms, more than 20 international markets, 50 highly trained scientists, 12 independent partner labs, and 6 million global members. Everybody that uses these oils are going to keep using them and keep coming back. So why use an oil to get away from chemicals and then use an oil laden with chemicals? You can't have quality without cost. Unfortunately, the two go hand in hand, and you get what you pay for. We pretty much understand this in every industry except aromatherapy. So a lot of people I just want it to smell nice. That's not the end all be all. A third-party lab test doesn't make an oil pure. Saying that an oil is pure doesn't make it pure. Integrity and hard work do, and high standards, and that's the Seed to Seal promise, and that's what makes Young Living different. All the oil is shipped from around the world to Spanish Fork, Utah, and there it's run through a vigorous 8-point testing process to ensure purity. Those tests are run in triplicate at the farm, at Spanish Fork, and a third time before bottling. And so what does that mean? The testing is thorough and precise, and that's why I don't buy the other kind of oils from other places. They don't have what's necessary to stay on top of those quality controls, and they're trying to cut corners to do things cheaper. So I'm sure you've seen bottles of frankincense for $7 or $10 at the grocery store. It costs more than that just to distill it. So that's a pretty big red flag that it's been changed in some form. This is a photo of the frankincense resin. It's being distilled at the proper temperature for days to pull the best oil out of the plant. The labor to distill this plant is one of the reasons it's so costly. The only way that they're selling it for $10 or $12 is to adulterate the oil, or they wouldn't make a profit. So with frankincense, the tree must be tapped like a maple syrup tree. So you can see up at the top the resin kind of oozing out. The resin will ooze out but quickly will turn to a hard resin, which is what you see at the bottom of the screen. And it takes a really long process to turn it into the oil that's in the bottle. The other option that these other companies are employing is that you can distill with solvents, which many are cancer causing. And so you can have the oil a lot quicker with a lot less cost and labor, but you have solvents in your oil that are potentially cancer causing, and they're compounded because it's in this little bottle, and yeah, it's just all kinds of badness. So Young Living doesn't use chemical solvents to extract frankincense or any of our other oils. And again, that's the Seed to Seal promise. So all oils are going to fall into one of 4 categories: authentic, manipulated, perfume, or synthetic. Authentic is a Young Living oil. It's 100% pure, no added synthetics, no additives in the bottle. They're not cutting it with carrier oil, nothing, it's pure. Manipulated means that the final product has been made to smell more pleasing and less earthy. Some of the heavier molecules have been stripped out, or other additives have been introduced to enhance the aroma. Perfume oils are not pure at all. They're mixed with synthetics to enhance the aroma, and these oils have no therapeutic action. Frequently solvents are used to extract the plant. Synthetic oils are not even oils at all. They smell nothing like the original plant, and they're typically labeled scented products. So before you purchase, check to see if the company grows their own plants, has Seed to Seal promise, and controls the entire process. Pesticides, pollution, previously farmed land, that can all affect the quality of an oil. So why go that extra step to use an oil that's free of chemicals if it's not actually free of chemicals? So this, after this slide, you're going to see a video. It really shows the impact of what spraying a crop with pesticides can do to the human body. This was from a study in Sweden that was cataloged in a video called The Organic Effect. It's It's mostly pertaining to food, but you'll get the idea. So when it takes tens of thousands of rose blossoms to make an ounce of rose oil, the oils are even more concentrated than food. So a pesticide sprayed on that crop would be even more concentrated in that bottle of oil. And that's why we don't spray the crops with pesticides. So here's this video.
Most of what is grown today is treated with pesticides. That's not so healthy for the environment, but does it really affect us? Meet the Palmboke family. They don't eat organic food.
Det kostar mer än vanlig mat. Det blir en stor skillnad när man är många i en familj.
But for the next 2 weeks, the Palmbokes are going to eat only organic. Before they begin, urine samples are taken from each of the family members. And it turns out they have a number of different pesticides inside their bodies.
Vi hittade framförallt insektsmedel, svampmedel och stråförkortningsmedel.
Vi äter insektsmedel. Ja, äckligt. Ja.
So, everything in the kitchen is replaced, and they begin eating only organic. Then, another round of samples are taken, and now, almost all the pesticides have disappeared.
Vi vet ju väldigt lite om långtidseffekter av att äta mat som har besprutats. Speciellt med tanke på att studier har visat att kemikalier i kombination kan vara långt farligare än kemikalier var och en för sig.
När man får höra det här så tänker man framförallt på barnen. Det är många kemikalier som har lämnat deras kroppar och jag vill inte ha tillbaka dem med mina barn.
Okay, let's see if I can get it to go to the next slide. There we go. So as you can see, when they were testing the family's urine, they were finding all these pesticides, and then when they went organic, those pesticides started to disappear from the body. So not only are you not getting the benefits from using an unpure oil, but you're potentially getting a lot of toxins in that little bottle because it's so concentrated from them spraying all this stuff, the pesticides and everything else. And that's why it's really important to have the purity. And that's why Young Living completely controls the process. They own every single one of their farms. They have complete control over it, and with the vigorous testing, the seed to seal promise means that it's going straight from the farm to your door after having all that testing done. And if an oil doesn't meet standards, it's chucked. Most of the essential oils are sold cheaper than others because companies are cutting corners to save money by all the means that we talked about. And that way, by using pesticides, not paying more employees to weed, things like that, they have more crop to distill. But if you're using a chemical solvent to extract the oil to pull more out, then you're diluting it, you're making a cheaper oil, you're making more profit, but it's not going to be pure. It takes a great deal of work to produce a tiny amount of essential oil. And I just think this is incredibly amazing and fascinating, so I'm just going to throw some of this out there. But 60,000 rose blossoms provide only 1 ounce of rose oil. 60,000 rose blossoms. Like, I can't even picture that in my head. Lavender, which is abundant, but 200 pounds of that is only giving you 7 pounds of oil. Jasmine flower must be picked by hand before the sun becomes hot on the very first day that the plant opens. So it's one of the most expensive oils in the world, and it takes 8 million hand-picked blossoms to produce 2.2 pounds of oil. So it's kind of explaining why some of these oils are so expensive. A sandalwood tree has to be 30 years old and 30 feet high before it can be cut down for distillation. And Gary Young sandalwood trees must be 90% dead before they're harvested. Good news, a little goes a really long way. Most oils are $10 to $30 per bottle, depending on the oil thickness or viscosity. A 5 ml bottle, so those are the smaller ones, contain about 90 to 100 drops, and a 15 ml, so these are the 5 mls, and then the the 15 mils, which are bigger, contain 200 to 240 drops. Each application is 1 to 3 drops, meaning even one of the smaller bottles is still going to get you 45 to 90 applications. Thieves Cleaner is made of plants only. That's our brand name cleaner. And it costs only about $1.50 a bottle to make, which you can't even get that if you're looking in the organic section at the grocery store for plant-based cleaners. You're going to pay $6, $8, $10. But with the Thieves Cleaner, it's insanely pure and costs you about $1.50 per bottle to have that. And you're also going to get the Thieves Cleaner. So you get a bottle of the Thieves and the hand sanitizer in the kit. So later I'll probably do a class on Thieves because it's huge. The power of this oil blend that comes in the starter kit is amazing. So I will probably have to do a class on that because it's just awesome. But I will play a video later for you that'll show you the power of that. I recommend the starter kit because you do get Thieves in that. And then if you do sign up on Essential Reward program, then you can always get the Thieves Cleaner kit in your first Essential Rewards. Essential Rewards, so this is a program and it pays you back 10% starting immediately on your purchases. So you always want to purchase through Essential Rewards if you've signed up for that, and you can start to just swap products out. Your toothpaste, your shampoo, dish soap, your general cleaners, supplements, beauty products, everything can be swapped out. After 4 months, you're no longer going to get 10% back, you're going to get 20% back. And then after 25 months, you're going to get 25% back. When I say percent back, that means every single dollar that you spend, you're going to get 10% back in points, and those points can then be used to purchase whatever you like on your living. So that's something you definitely are not going to get at the grocery store. In addition, you're getting if you're sign up, you get a kit, you're going to become a distributor. So you're going to get 24% off anyways on everything. So once you get a kit, you become a distributor and you're getting everything at wholesale cost. And that discounts for life, so it never goes away. You're never obligated to order. There's no yearly membership fees. You're just getting really discounted oils and oil-infused products. So they're incredible perks. You also will get free gifts. So every month, if you're on the Essential Rewards and you're getting a shipment of something every month, then you're gonna get gifts. So this month for the gifts, so for April, it's gonna be 15 ml of lemon essential oil, clove essential oil, tea tree, purification essential oil, the foundation dryer balls, eucalyptus radia, Thieves Measure spray bottle, and cinnamon bark essential oil. So depending on how much you order will depend on what prizes you get or what gifts you get. But every month they reset, so every single month there's different ones that you're going to get, and you can get new stuff. So that's how I've gotten a lot of things for free. And then this kind of shows you the breakdown of what you're going to get. So when they say PV, that's personal volume, and it's dollar to dollar. So 50 PV is you spent $50. If you spent that through your Essential Rewards on your monthly shipment, then after 3 months, you're going to get $15 in points. After 6 months, you're going to get 45. And after 12 months, a year of just spending $50 a month, you're going to get 105. And it just keeps going up. If you spend more than that, you're going to accumulate more points. What is really amazing is that the starter kit that you get is actually going to apply to your points, which is the only way to do it. You can't go back and add this on later and get those points. So if you sign up by getting a premium kit, then there you go. That's going to go over into your points. You're going to get 10% on that. And then you also get a free gift. So when I got my starter kit, I got cedarwood with that. So that's why I recommend starting off with the premium starter kit. It's kind of the best kit that has the most things in it for the cheapest value. You're getting a lot of different products that are going to introduce you to a lot of things. You're going to get everything going forward at 24% off. And then you're also going to get those points towards something later on. So my favorite ER bundle is the Thieves bundle. So these are bundles that you can add on to your Central Rewards, or you could just purchase them. But the Thieves bundle has all the cleaning products. So this is a really amazing video. It's going to show you kind of my big thing is I was like, oh, well, plant-based cleaning products are not going to do the job that your Clorox bleach does, and you know, all these other products, like it's just not going to cut it. So that's great for cleaning a countertop, but it's not actually going to degrease like you need it to. This pan that they're going to show you here has been through 11 loads in the dishwasher, and they've scrubbed it with all chemical-based products and can't get it clean. But then you'll see what happens when they use these.
All right, guys, so we're trying a little experiment here because we just had a wow moment with lemon oil, getting all the grease off of the bottom of a pan. And this pan is particularly difficult. Like, this has been through multiple dishwasher loads, been scrubbed multiple times. My sister loves to deep fry stuff with coconut oil. So it's like not coming off. I mean, you have a scrubby, Rach, I can show? Yeah. We're just gonna scrub it and show you that it's not going anywhere. Like, this has been through multiple. It's one of those things where you scrub as hard as you can, it's not going anywhere, right? So we grabbed some baking soda. It's pure baking soda and Thieves. Now, we're not going to use all of this Thieves, but we'll pour a little bit of each in. And yep, just like a little sprinkle. We'll put a little bit of Thieves cleaner in there. See if we can make some headway on this pan that's been through the dishwasher so many times. So if it's something that I just cooked, I put a couple of drops of lemon, and lemon just makes that pan amazing. If it's something that has been there for a while, you can't get it up, this is my go-to. To be a paste. Rachel will even more, and she wants a nice, good paste. Yep. All right, we're going to take it over to the sink. Just do a good rinse on it. And following the pan. Let's see, after multiple dishwasher loads and soap and all the other good things, what this really nasty, non-scrubbable pan looks like. Show you in 5, 4, 3, 2, bam! Thieves cleaner to the rescue.
So I love that video. I think that's great. Like, it cleans like no other. That being said, if you're one like me who really likes a drop of lemon in your water, use stainless steel, because yeah, it will melt through, well, not melt through, but it will eat away at any kind of a plastic if you just were to put it in a plastic bottle. All right, so final bit of the class. We're almost at the end, so I really hope you've enjoyed it so far, but we'll talk a little bit about safety. Many people ask, you know, if oils are so powerful that you can't put them in a plastic bottle, are they safe? So certain oils are photosensitive. That means that you don't want to wear them and then go outside in the sun. And that's mostly going to be your citrusy kind of oils, like citrus fresh, lemon, kind of those ones. So when using them on your skin, you always want to watch for redness or irritation. And if you see any of that, you want to dilute it with a carrier oil, which they do make a really good carrier oil with Young Living that I love called the V6 oil. But carrier oils can also be fractionated coconut oil, grapeseed oil, things like that. Dilute oils on children because their skin's more permeable and absorbs the oils more quickly. And the carrier oil is just a fatty oil, olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, those kind of things. The molecules are much larger than those of the essential oil. And so using a carrier oil with an essential oil will slow down the rate the body absorbs the essential oil, because it has to ping pong through the large molecules of the carrier oil in order to get to your skin. Which, if you're like me and Deborah, then you're also using them with your pets. And so if you're using them with your pets, then a carrier oil can be a good way to dilute it before, you know, you apply it topically to your pet and things like that. You just want to be really careful with using them with pets, but it can have kind of amazing benefit for them too. That alone, just diffusing it, can be very beneficial for pets. And I will be doing a class, Deborah and I have planned to do a class together, and we'll really dive into using oils with pets. So it'll be very educational. So look out for that soon. Also be wary of putting the oils topically near your eyes. I've made this mistake many a times before, especially like peppermint. I love to use peppermint with other blends for headaches, and so I'll use them up and around here. And then a lot of times I'll forget that I've just put peppermint on my hands, and then I rub my eyes and I'm like, oh, that burns. So just be really careful about getting those kind of things around your eyeballs. And you can also become desensitized to an oil if you use the same one day after day. So a lot of people will rotate or alternate their oils every 3 to 4 days. Internal use of essential oils. So the NAHA, who is the National Association for Holistic Aromatherapy, one of the top aromatherapy organizations in the United States, does not advocate essential oils for internal use. The reason being is that most companies don't carry GRAS oils, or generally regarded as safe. So they don't feel comfortable just saying, yeah, take them internally. But with Young Living, what they've done is they've made a white label that looks like this. The white labels, and they're called the Vitality line. And the Vitality line means it's safe for you to take internally. So also the NAHA bases a lot of their decisions on the British model, which advocates topical use only. But many of the British studies are flawed. They're done using extremely high doses or in ways that the oils aren't designed to be used. Young Living utilizes all 3 methods, the British, the French, and the German. So internal, inhaling, and topical. The French have been using essential oils internally for decades. So a lot of these oils are really great for cooking, and that's what the French does. So if you're wondering if it's safe to take internally or if you can cook with it, just make sure it has a white label and you'll be good. On the flip side, look at the ingredient list of what you're using in your bathroom and your kitchen. The everyday products that we're putting on our skin and our body, and we're breathing them in. And many of these products are containing dangerous chemicals. This shocked me when I read this, but it's really true. The average woman applies over 300 chemicals every day to her body just through our soaps, makeup, shampoos, and hair products. Yes, Mom, I'm speaking to you. 80% or 80 of these products are before breakfast. So I really encourage you, go look at the ingredient list on some of these products. But when you're using Young Living essential oils, you're using a product with 1 ingredient. So lemon, oregano, tangerine. There's no synthetic additives and none of the yucky stuff. I know it's a bit overwhelming, but I started off with just the starter kit and have just kind of learned from there, and anyone can do the exact same thing. And I'm not looking back. I'm only looking forward and continuing to clear all the junk out and replace it with pure, clean products. You really don't step away from toxic chemicals and then go back to them again. Nobody wants to do that. You'll find that the chemical cleaners are giving you headaches, which that's always been an issue for me. I can taste it in the back of my throat, smell it for hours. It's really, really gross, and it gives me headaches. Once you get rid of those products and you're cleaning with plant-based products, you don't have to worry, did I wipe up every last bit of it? What if my cat walks across the counter, or I touch it and I ingest some of it? Because it's pure. Thieves is an essential oil with a white label that you can take internally. If your cat walks across the counter, or you get some on your fingers and touch your mouth, it's not going to hurt you. And if you're a frugal person like me, then it's a great starting place because it's steeped at such a good discount. The cost of just Panaway and frankincense, which are two of the oils in this kit, are worth the value of the entire kit. So you're basically getting 10 bottles of oil, the Ningxia Red, 2 Thieves products, and a diffuser for free. So you can't really get a better deal than that. And now we'll talk about the actual kit and the oils that you're going to get in it. So frankincense, so remember this is the coconut oil of essential oils, has like 10,000 uses. It's one of the top skin oils. It helps to soothe the appearance of skin. It's a key ingredient in Young Living's Brain Power Oil. You can diffuse it during your spiritual time, if that's prayer, meditation, whatever. It helps with grounding and purpose. I personally love this for the support to my skin and my musculoskeletal system. So I've put frankincense in all my lotions and my hair product, like everything. It's really just a great overall oil. Fun personal fact on frankincense, when my dog had hurt her back, so when I first rescued her, she'd been hit by a car. Frankincense was the main one that I was putting on her topically to help support her during that recovery. And it was amazing the way that it helped her. And lavender. Lavender is the oil of relaxation. It's an amazing oil. It's also referred to as the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because it's so multi-purposed. You can diffuse for calming, soothing aroma. Unwind by adding a few drops to your nighttime bath or diffuser. It's one of the top oils to support healthy skin. Again, this is another one I've added to absolutely everything. With all my skin issues, it's in all my lotions, the hair products and everything. This is one I'm constantly diffusing. It's the pets love it. They love it in the diffuser. It's very calming, very relaxing. It's very soothing. Putting it in the lotion to where it's kind of sitting on you more, like we talked about, the carrier oil keeps it from going into your skin so quickly. So I love to put it in my lotion and on me before I go to bed because it just feels like something's hugging me. It's very comforting. Peppermint. So here again, you're seeing this white vitality label. So peppermint is safe for internal ingestion, which is great because you can use it instead of peppermints. You can just, if you're brave enough, put a whole drop on your tongue. I would put a drop on my finger and wipe it on my tongue because it's very strong. It's really good tasting though. Peppermint vitality is going to support gastrointestinal discomfort. It promotes healthy bowel function and enhanced gut function. It helps maintain the efficiency of the digestive tract, and it may support performance during exercise. Some people call it the highway hypnosis oil because one drop will keep you alert while driving. And this oil is also good for mild occasional headaches applied to the temples. Just again, be careful about getting it in your eyes. My personal that I love is orange and peppermint together for headaches. And I love that blend. It does help me, support me a lot anytime that I have a headache. Citrus Fresh, again, is a vitality one that you can take internally. It's really, really good in water. You can diffuse it to freshen up the air. It just gives a really crisp, fresh smell to the house. It's a blend, so it's a mix of orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, and mandarin oils. It's a replacement for chemical-based home fragrances. Spritz it in rooms, closets, and over linens. You can dilute it with that V6 carrier oil and use it as a perfume. It also helps to tone and soothe the appearance of skin. It's a powerful oil for the immune support. I love to diffuse it when I feel off or if I'm really sluggish and tired in the morning. It's one of my favorite ones to pop in the diffuser. and just refresh myself, kind of reset my mind frame, and get ready to go on with my day. And what I have found is by using this and kind of lemon and things, I don't even really need coffee anymore. The most I drink is a cup of coffee in the morning, whereas I used to be a lot of coffee in the morning, a lot, and then throughout the day in order to keep me going. Thieves. So Thieves, again, is in the Vitality label, so it's safe for internal use as well. Thieves is going to help support healthy respiratory system. It's been proven to kill 99.9% of all germs and bacteria. So whenever I'm feeling sick, this is kind of the go-to one to kind of create a germ-free barrier around myself. Diffusing it, putting it on the feet and spine. And you might be wondering why the feet, why the spine. The spine is where bundles of nerves run through your body. The feet and the hands is where it's all coming out. So if you put those oils topically in those areas, then you're covering a lot of ground. Even if you're not going to know where the germs are hiding out, so you just kind of want to cover everything. Also, oddly enough, the biggest pores in our body are on our feet. And I had a really hard time, like I always heard this and I'm like, okay, well, it's got to be true. Like I'm reading this in science books, but I don't see pores on my feet, people. I'm looking, I don't see them. So here's something you can experiment with. Another one of your blends is going to be Raven. If you're ever really stuffed up in your nose, like you're having allergies really bad or something, rub on the VitaFlex point for your sinuses, which is like if these are your toes right here, so you kind of go right along here, and all of a sudden, like immediately, I can feel my sinuses opening up. It's insane. So they really are the biggest pores around your feet. Okay, Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is one of my favorite oils. It's one of my animals' favorite oils as well. Using it to just bring peace to the chaos in my head. I love to diffuse it after a rough day. My pets love it. So the cats and the dog are not always friends. I don't think the cats really like the dog. But if I'm diffusing this, I particularly like to diffuse it in my bedroom. All the animals will congregate on my bed around the diffuser. And they're just smelling the air. Like they just want to sit in there and hang out with the diffuser. It's really cute. So they really love it. My cat Bach and Mazzy both have anxiety issues, and so this is one of their favorite ones. It promotes just a lot of peace and serenity feelings in the house. It smells amazing, I think. I love it. It's a little different than Stress Away. Stress Away is for prolonged use during the day. So specifically for the sort of fight or flight stress response that comes on. Peace and Calming is more to kind of slow things down, kind of help you to sleep at night. It really helps me, just that smell of it just really supports me in just getting a really good night's sleep. So Peace and Calming is going to contain ylang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, and blue tansy. And then this one, so this is the Stress Away. Stress Away is going to help to promote wellness, and it's really going to be an important part of daily health regimen. It's one of the top emotional blends. I use Stress Away like crazy. I was actually able recently to get through a really stressful doctor's appointment that I had where I had to have a procedure I've been avoiding for years. They always try to give me like Valium or something to calm me down. It never works. I always override that medication. I can be a little bit calmer before I go in, but that's about it. So the way I got through it is I dabbed Stress Away on my wrists, like a perfume. And the nurse doing the thing must have been thinking I'm nuts, but the entire time I'm huffing my wrist. I need my stress away. But that was, for me, kind of how I got through it, and I helped to combat that fight or flight response that we get during those times of stress. So especially, too, if I know something stressful is coming my way, I'm going into a day at work or something I know is going to be stressful, then again, I just hit myself ahead of time through the whole whatever's happening and afterwards. The oil contains lime, copaiba, and vanilla. It's like a massage for the senses. Lemon is another one of my absolute favorites. So when I first started getting into essential oils, I was suffering from kidney infection, kidney stones, and I needed a lot of cleansing. And so lemon really helped me with that cleansing process. Kind of honestly, the bigger thing I feel it did for me long term is I was addicted, head over heels addicted to those carbonated flavored waters. Zero sugar, so it's safe, right? Because I'm a diabetic and I can't be drinking soda. So how I got away from soda is I was drinking these carbonated flavored waters that are packed with carbonation, which is not good for you at all, as well as all the artificial sweeteners. My biggest issue with that is that's pretty much all I was drinking. So I was not drinking regular water. I was just drinking those all day. And it's a really hard thing to break when you're constantly used to having something flavoring your water. So now I still do have something constantly flavoring my water, but it's healthy for me this time because lemon is really helpful in supporting kind of detoxifying your system of any of the nasty stuff. So I'm dropping this in my water like crazy every day, and it tastes amazing, which is also funny because I was never the person that liked a squeeze of lemon in my water, like a real lemon. You go to the restaurant and they put lemon on the side of your glass. I'm like, ew, and I'm taking it off, and this is tainted now. I don't want this. It tastes gross. I love this lemon. The pureness of it is just, it tastes really, really good. The citrus flavor is going to enhance the taste of food or water. It's a key ingredient in Thieves and Nature Red. It's supportive to the immune system. It's wonderful for the liver. So it's just overall a really great one. It's also will kind of get rid of anything sticky. So Jeff, I'm speaking to you with all your projects. You've got sticky stuff on something that you can't get off. Use a drop of lemon and you're going to be able to get it off because it's really amazing. So, oh, and diffusing it will make your house smell amazing. I love to diffuse this one too. Panaway, this is another one of my favorites. I have a lot of daily pain, plus I'm lugging around heavy animals all day at work. So aches, pains, and soreness is an everyday part of my life, so this one's my best friend. You can apply it after something like that or exercise to help soothe muscles. There's a stimulating aroma. I love the smell of it. It smells really good. Apply it to the back and the neck for a soothing aromatic experience. The day you get your starter kit, put it on your feet and just see how your feet feel, especially after a hard day at work when you've been on your feet all day. Panaway also helps support the appearance of healthy skin coloration. 90% of early aging isn't wrinkles, it's discoloration of the skin. Add some Panaway to your daily cleanser and moisturizer, apply it topically. Panaway is also wonderful for mild occasional headaches. So with all my aches and pains, I have a roller ball that I've made of this. It's a little easier for me to, especially reach kind of these back areas. So that roller ball literally is in my scrub pocket with me every day at work, so that when I get a twinge of muscle soreness, I can just support my muscles and just roll it onto the back of my neck or wherever it hurts. And instantly it just starts to help support you and make you feel a lot better. Digize, so this is another one of my favorites. And again, this one's Vitality, so safe for internal use. Digize Vitality is a top oil blend for supporting a healthy digestive system. Add 2 drops along with a drop of peppermint to water for a stimulating beverage. I gotta admit, I'm not one that likes this one in my water. It's a little too overpowering for me personally. So for me, I get veggie capsules and I put it in the veggie capsules. It also is a hot oil, and so for me to put it on topically can be a little bit much for my skin. So I dilute it with some of the V6 oil before, but it's amazing. Take it in that veggie capsule internally if you've got lots of digestive issue. For occasional GI upset, it's great to take, or putting it on topically. Then you can also use it with the essential zyme at every meal to help support a wellness regimen for the gut, which is really great for people that have chronic gut issues. I love it when I'm nauseous. If I'm nauseous, I can just smell this one, and that watering feeling you get in your mouth when you're about to vomit, it just starts to stop and I can start to feel better. So it's one of my favorites. The other favorite I have for this too is with my pets. My vomiting with my pets in my household is a serious issue. The cats have IBD, the dog has IBD, everybody's got stomach issues. So they love to have this one diffused. They love, also I will pet down their spines with it after I dilute it, just to help them, especially if they're having feelings of nausea. So that's that one. Raven. So this is a great oil. This is the one I was saying. A good test is if you're stuffed up and you want to try the pores of your feet thing, to put this one on. It is amazing. It's a cleansing blend of Ravenstar, peppermint, and Eucalyptus radiata. Raven creates a cooling sensation when applied topically to the chest and throat. Diffused daily for a soothing aroma. This oil changes the game for anything breathing. For me, that was a huge one. Support to my upper respiratory system has been crucial. I have asthma, I have chronic bronchitis. Someone sneezes a million miles away from me, I'm gonna catch whatever they had. So this one is also a daily one for me. And I really love the way that this supports my respiratory system. It's really amazing. It's more supportive for me than my inhalers, honestly. And so I use it daily to help support that. So also, if you've ever had a hard time sleeping at night because you're one of those people, like you lay down, your allergies are kicking up and your nose is all clogged up and you can't breathe through your nose and you're breathing through your mouth and then you get dry mouth and it's just this whole terrible thing, you can diffuse it in your diffuser. You can also just put a drop on your pillow. And that's what I love to do, is I just put a drop of it on my pillow, and I'm just smelling it throughout the night, and it just continues to relax me. I feel like my nasal passages are opening up and I can breathe really well. So you can sleep like a rock star and not be a snorer. Ningxia Red. So you get 2 packets of the Ningxia Red in the starter kit. Do not be timid with them and don't worry about the taste, because they taste epically amazing. I love it. It's actually hard because it is a little spendy for me to not drink too much of this because it is really, really good. But it tastes like a mixture of berries and lemonade. And it's packed with antioxidants, packed with them. It's primarily the superfruit wolfberry. It's got essential oils. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. And it's amazing for mind and body support daily. So I drink at least a couple ounces of this every day. I usually have a couple ounces in the morning. Helps give me a natural energy feeling, and just supports everything. And then I usually try to take it again in the afternoon. But like I said, if I could, I'd sit there and drink Ningxia Red all day. And then these are the 2 Thieves products that you're going to get besides the oil. So you get the Thieves oil, and then you get these 2. You're going to get the Thieves spray, and you're also going to get the hand purifier. This is the oil that really put Young Living on the map. And there's an entire lineup of the Thieves infused products. And those are mostly the cleaning products that you'll see. And it's everything from dish soap, laundry soap, household cleaners, the whitening toothpaste, which again, I was a huge skeptic of the toothpaste. It really was. Me with all my dental issues I've had, I'm like, there's no way this is going to clean my teeth. And you need fluoride, right? Because the dentists always say, so there's all this running through my mind. Deborah gave me a sample of some of the toothpaste. and I love it. I love it. My teeth have never felt cleaner, and they actually are starting to whiten up, which is amazing because after smoking for 15 years, I didn't think that would ever happen. But it's a great toothpaste. The spray, so the Thieves spray is great. It's just a carrier size. So shopping carts that are icky, you can spray those down real quick. If you're traveling on an airline, which no one will be doing anytime soon, you can spray down, you know, everything there. I love to have it in my purse. Constantly with my business that I do and everything, I'm constantly getting gross stuff in my car, things that are sticky and yeah, just nasty. So I just have the spray, and I can spray like my steering wheel down or anything. And then if I'm touching it and then I touch myself, I don't have to worry that I'm getting anything gross on myself or it's going to burn my skin or leave a rash or anything like that, because it's just natural and clean. The hand purifier is amazing. So the kits are still going to have these. It's coming in and out of back order right now on the site. And so there are opportunities to get the hand purifier outside of this kit. You just have to watch, and I will try to be better about posting on the site when it comes available. But because of everything going on and the mass ordering people have done of this, Young Living is doing everything in the world to try to get more of this product available, including using different bottling types, so different bottles, different caps, whatever they have to do just to get that product to the people that need it and want it. So keep a lookout for that, but the starter kit is a great way to get it because it has it in it. They're not taking these out of the starter kits, so those are there. And this hand sanitizer is amazing. It's one of the best out there. 2 of the most common hand sanitizer out there are going to contain alcohol, which kills bacteria, but has also caused alcohol poisoning in dumb teenagers that decide they want to drink it. And they also contain toxic chemicals, hormone disruptors, and all kinds of stuff. Fake fragrances. The Thieves hand sanitizer is the safest stuff around. It's made of a dedentured alcohol, so it doesn't hit you like the ethanol alcohol. It has peppermint, clove, rosemary, cinnamon, and lemon. It smells really, really good on your hands. I love it. And it doesn't dry your hands out. I am not a big hand sanitizer person because of the drying factor. My hands being dried out is a real issue. You put some of this on and it actually feels moisturizing, like my hands feel softer afterwards. Valor. So I think I kind of mentioned earlier that I want to crawl inside my Valor bottle because it is my favorite. I have to smell some right now. Okay. It's also one of Gary Young's, our founder's, favorite oil. So I feel really sad I never got to meet him because I feel like him and I would have gotten along really well. But Valor contains black spruce, blue tansy, camphor wood, geranium, and frankincense. And I'm sorry if I'm enunciating any of these wrong. I'm trying here. The Valor blend was used by the ancient Romans in bathhouses before they sent their soldiers into battle. It's a smooth, relaxing scent that's designed for courage and bravery, or known as the fear oil. This is my place of calm and serenity. It's also been called chiropractor in a bottle, and it's great for supporting the musculoskeletal system. Literally, if I could bathe in this oil, I would. It smells really, really good. It's great in supporting your emotional support daily. Had a lot of stressors at work lately, and I've needed to be able to handle it and not have emotional breakdowns. So honestly, this is another one that I have a roller ball in the pocket of my scrubs so that if I'm feeling very anxious or very stressed out and I need to support myself, then I can just apply some real quickly to the back of my neck here up by the brainstem, just because that's going to help really get it into my system very quickly. I'm also putting this twice a day on my feet, on the VitaFlex for the spine part of my feet. I've had great support with my neuropathy, as well as my back issues and my neck and shoulder issues. It's been really great, not only as an emotional support oil for me, but also supporting my musculoskeletal system as well. So just to recap, the kit is going to come with 12 bottles of oils, which are all the ones that we just talked about. The Desert Mist Diffuser, so here's where you can actually see the Desert Mist Diffuser. That's it there in the background. So you're going to get that one. And about the diffusers, it's really important to use a high quality diffuser. If they're not made from medical grade plastic, then your oils are going to break them, and they're not going to work for very long. So having a good diffuser is really actually very important. You're going to get that. You're going to get 2 packets of the Ningxia Red. You're going to get 2 Thieves products, and you're also going to get Aroma Glide roller on cap, so you can turn any of your bottles into a roller ball. And you're going to get all of that for $165. There's no yearly membership fee. If you don't place an order after 12 months, you're just going to go inactive. And then if you ever decide to start back up again, you have that option. When you hop on the Essential Reward Program, which is what I talked about earlier, you can pick out products that you want to try every month, start kicking chemicals out of your house. If you want makeup products, supplements, we've got a ton of line of supplements, or you're getting oils, whatever you're going to get, just put it on that Essential Reward order. And then you're going to start getting points back to use. You're also going to get free products. Going chemical free is a process to do one step at a time. And that's what's really nice with the Essential Rewards, because none of us can afford a bunch of money all up front to replace all of the products in our house. That's just not doable for the vast majority of us. So Essential Rewards lets you do that a step at a time. This month I'm going to look at my bathroom and I'm going to start kicking some chemicals out of there. And maybe that takes you actually 2 or 3 months to replace all those products, and that's fine. You just set those items on your Essential Rewards and start to replace them. I'm kind of doing it as I know I'm running out of stuff. Instead of going to the store and buying more chemical products, I'm putting that on my order. And then as it runs out, I'm replacing, and then going forward, I can continue to use those products. So just check out this video. This is a video of Young Living Diamond Sarah, I can't even pronounce her last name, Hernish. She has 5 kids. And this is a year after their kit arrived. They call this the scavenger hunt video. Basically, this is them replacing all their products. There we go. So I love that video. I think it's so cute, but I gotta admit, my heart stops beating when they knock over the diffuser and it breaks. Those things are so expensive. Okay, well, I do want to end the class and kind of give everyone a challenge. Go into your cabinet and pick 3 items and look at the ingredients on the back of it of ones that you've been using forever and ever, and then look at the back of the ingredients on one of our bottles. And start thinking about, you know, what you could replace with, you know, pure, amazing products. Any ingredient that you're not familiar with, just type that into Google and dangers of afterwards and see what pops up. You'll probably be terrified. And I'm sorry, Mazzy here decided to join the fun. So something in this class convinced you, it hit you in the gut, and if you want to go home and try this and share this with your family and friends, then please, please, please let me know. My contact information will be here, and I'm here to answer any questions that you have, to come help train or educate your family and friends on a toxic-free living. You're absolutely going to fall in love with these products and with these and living chemical-free. My goal is really just to help support everybody, and I just want everyone to get the same benefit from these as I have, and that it's also not a burden on your budget. So one of the most amazing things about Young Living is part of the whole idea of these oils is the sharing process, because they affect us all differently and we all have different experiences with them. And so something I suggest might be better than something someone else suggested because it worked well this way for me. And all of that in turn gives you a way to generate an income for yourself. And whether you want that income to be just enough to get you these products so that you're not having to pay for it, or if you want to make this a business and you want to really generate some serious income, the potential is there. And the nice thing about it is that you're doing it simply sharing something you already love and has helped you, and then can help everyone else. And that's all it is. You're just sharing it. You're just sharing information, and you're going to get paid for it. So it's really an amazing process. And if you're interested more on that side of it, there's no obligation to do that. But if it's something that you do want to do, then just contact me. So how do you order? I will post a link in here. in the comments for you, or you can go to youngliving.com, and when it asks for the enroller number, you would give them my number, which is 4326388. Again, I'll have a link for you with all this information, or you could contact me as well. So to recap, again, this is the starter kit that you would be receiving for $165 with 11 oils and a bunch of other products, the Thieves Cleaner, the Ningxia Red, the spray, and the hand sanitizer. I just want to thank everybody. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen now, and then I'm going to unmute you guys so that if anyone has any questions, then you guys can ask. So let me unmute.